Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to share with you the Easter makes that I've made. So I've made Easter skirts for my daughters and also for myself, and I also made a top as well. So I'm going to share with you the patterns that I used and the fabric. So the fabric that I used for this project is a Minerva craft fabric, and it is a sponsored piece. I'll put the link to this fabric as well as the minerva.com website in my description box below. So if you are interested at all in purchasing this fabric, you can go over to the Minerva Craft website and purchase you some of this gorgeous fabric. So it is still available. I'll go ahead and tell you some of the details of this fabric so that you can know more about the fabric. So it's a 62-inch wide fabric. It's a scuba knit, and it's black and pink. It's a black and pink floral scuba knit. It is so wonderful to work with. So I'm going to go ahead and tell you the patterns that I chose, and at the end of the video I'll let you see a montage of photos of my garments that I've made. So the first garment that I made with this beautiful fabric is the New Look 6228, and it's this skirt pattern here. It's a simple skirt pattern that has 4 different variations of a skirt. 2 of those variations are, as you can see here, you have a panel in the center of the skirt, so you can make a skirt with a contrast or without a contrast, and that's the view that I chose. So I made view B, and that's this view here, and it has the contrast in it. And my daughter, her hips are 42 inches and her waist is a 32. And so for this particular project, I selected a size 16. The finished measurements for this project are 42 inches for the hips and 30 inches for the waist. And so I selected that size and it fits her perfectly. It has 4 different pattern pieces. So you have the front piece that's cut on fold. You have 2 side pieces. So you have a side front and a side back. And then you have the back piece that's also cut on fold. And then you have your waistband as well. So the waistband is it's an elasticated waist, and so you're going to go ahead and insert an elastic inside of your waistband. So yeah, that's all that I did. They also have these options as well, these 2 options here. This option has a tie in it as well as a rounded hem, and then this option here has some ruching on the front of that panel here, of the skirt panel. So it's a really fun pattern, and I just thought I would make it for my daughter. I had a little bit of fabric left over, so I was able to use that small piece for the panels of this skirt. The very first garment that I made with this fabric is the Vogue V1486. And that is this pattern right here. It is an average pattern. It has 2 pattern pieces. This pattern was actually gifted to me by Crystal of Crystal Sews and Stuff. I decided to go ahead and do the shirt, which is view A. And it has about 8 pattern pieces, but it's very simple. It has cap sleeves. It features darts in the front. It has a exposed zipper in the back of the garment. The waist is cropped, so you have a higher waistline there, and it calls for fabrics such as heavy satins, santon, and silk type fabrics. I decided that I was going to alter this pattern just a bit so that I can use my scuba knit with it. And so that's basically what I did. I made some alterations to this particular pattern. Instead of having the zipper go down the center back, I decided to have an invisible zipper in the front of the garment. I also raised the armhole about 1/2 of an inch. And I think that's about it. I moved the dart. I moved the bust dart down about a half an inch as well. And I think those are all the changes that I've made. I did omit the facings for the hem of the garment, and instead I just did a 5/8 inch hem on the bottom of the top. And for the armhole area, because I raised the armhole and I extended it out a little bit, I drafted my own facing pieces. It's a really simple pattern. It's straightforward, and I've been working with it for the last couple of weeks. And I'm currently on my third garment, and hopefully in the future I'll show you more versions of this top. The second skirt that I made for my youngest daughter is a self-drafted skirt, and I have 2 videos on my channel showing you how I self-draft my pencil skirts. And so if you're interested in that, if you want to make a simple pattern block with just 2 pattern pieces, go ahead and check those videos out. I'll put those in the description box below as well. Basically, it's just 2 pattern pieces. You take your waist measurement, your hip measurements, and the circumference of your knee. You stand like maybe 2 or 3 inches apart, and you take the circumference of your knee and get those measurements. And basically it's just a block pattern. And I just walk you through how you can create this really simple block pattern. And that's basically what I did for my daughter. I self-drafted her a pencil skirt pattern, and you'll get to see what that looks like as well. And like I said, it's just 2 pattern pieces. I have 1 pattern piece for the front and the back, and then I have 1 pattern piece for the waistband. So that's basically all that I did for that. And then lastly, I made the Simplicity 1616, which is an easy to sew pattern that has six different variations of a knit dress. So this is a knit skirt, and I chose view A here, but instead of using view A's band, I used view D's band. And these are not interchangeable, so I did have to make some small adjustments to the waistband so that I could get it to fit onto the skirt of view A. And that's because if you look real closely here for view D, the skirt is gathered, and so the waistband is a little bit different than for this one. And for this waistband, as you can see, this is more of a relaxed waistband that is supposed to be like a little scrunch type waistband. And so again, I just made a few little tweaks so that I can fit it. I think I had to add like a half an inch or an inch or something like that to the waistband in order for it to fit. But it wasn't anything drastic. I didn't have to make any alterations. I chose a size 10-12, so I graded in between a size 10 and 12. And that was like a 30 inches for the waist. And that was basically it. And I added pockets. I used a pocket pattern from another Simplicity pattern, and that was basically it. So those were the makes that I made for Easter. It wasn't anything too exciting this year. I just wanted to kind of relax and do something easy. And all of these projects were very easy, and they are very comfortable to wear. I love them a lot, and my daughters love them as well. So anyway, I will go ahead and let you see the photos, and you can look and see what these garments look like. Thank you so much for tuning in to the channel, and I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you enjoy the photos as well. Go ahead and drop me a couple of lines in the comment section below and let me know which of these garments or which of these makes you like, and if you've made any of them. All right, thank you so much, and until next time, stay creative, my friends.